Hi everyone, it's Mads from Danny Vaughn, and I'm here with Danny from Tyketto.
Hey everyone. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. A little chilly. You know, we're here in Troon where it rains sideways, but that's all right. We'll get through it.
So you guys have been on a pretty lengthy tour. How's that been going for you?
It's actually harder than we expected, but it's good. But you know, can't tell why. It took a little bit of a toll on my throat. I had to cancel one show, which I think I've canceled 3 or 4 shows in my life, so that was a tough call. But we had several 4 in a row with only 1 day off, and we're doing a particularly hard set. You know, a lot of stuff from the new album, and whatever. Maybe there was a cold running around, so it's been a challenge. But I mean, it's been great. We've been getting to a lot of territories that Tyketto hasn't played either ever or in a very long time, like Spain and Sweden and Norway. So now we're back to where everybody knows who we are. So this will be nice.
So we're here at the WinterStorm Festival in Troon today, and you're going to be playing a set for us. How are you looking forward to that?
Oh, it's great. I mean, you know, you kind of don't know what to expect. This is, I think, the 2nd year. So, you know, we've heard good things, but just you can kind of tell as soon as you walk into a place. You know, everyone is, you know, kind of they're switched on. They know what they need to do, and that makes your life a lot easier. And a really good sign is when the entire staff comes to your sound check and sings along.
Cool. So you recently released your live DVD where you play your iconic Don't Come Easy album. What can you tell us about that?
It's probably been in the making for the past 20 years. People have been asking for a long time for us to do something live because it's really where we feel we're the strongest. And we've just avoided it. I mean, we've missed a couple of opportunities. You know, there were some Firefest shows that really should have been recorded. The problem is that when you're Aerosmith, right, and you decide we're going to make a live album, you record every show on a tour. So they've got 150 recordings of a tour. So, and they go through, they have all that to choose from, looking for the best performance, where things don't break, where guitars don't break strings, all the many things that happen on the road. With bands at our level, you get one shot. So when you commit to having a film done, you've already spent the money. So if it's a terrible show, you've got to release it. So we were always really paranoid about that, and so we didn't. But things aligned so nicely for the Frontiers Festival. We were able to get the band playing 4 or 5 shows reasonably close to that. So the whole band was firing on all cylinders and kind of knew our game. We were ready to go. So that when we got to that stage, you know, things still went wrong, but the band was on. And so I think, you know, I'm not the hugest fan of live recordings, but it really was quite special to get a double live vinyl, you know, because it just took me back to UFO, Thin Lizzy, you know, double live vinyl. It's like, oh gosh, now I've got one, you know. So you can still be a kid, you know, sit at home going, yeah. You know.
So what do you remember about the original recording and making of Don't Come Easy?
Oh, how long have you got? There's quite a lot about it. I mean, it was, you know, first album for all the guys except myself. And we went out to LA to be away from all things familiar in New York. And it was a weird experience because we were in A&M Studios, which was at the time the biggest studio in the world. Bon Jovi was down the hall recording Blaze of Glory with Jeff Beck. Phil Collins was working in another room. Bruce Springsteen kept coming by with beer. I don't know what he was doing, but he had beer. You know, so it was just, you know, your kind of eyes sparkling every day. So it was really, really hard work and really, really great work, both at the same time.
So how do you choose a set list for a festival slot like this one?
Well, this set, of course, this year we're playing a lot off the new album, Reach. So we, you know, because this set's shorter than what we're doing at our regular shows, we've had to trim that down a little bit. So we're really kind of sprinkling a little bit of everything, you know, all the albums that we can kind of squeeze in. It's nice. I mean, it's the good and bad side of being around for 26 years. You have a back catalog, so you've got sort of a lot you can reach for if you need to.
And did you imagine all those years ago that there would still be a demand for that material in 2017?
I don't know if you ever really think ahead when you're doing what we do. You just kind of do it, and of course you think you're going to be, you know, the next, you know, Bruce Springsteen, Bon Jovi, whatever, and of course then reality sets in and it becomes a way of life rather than, you know, becoming just worrying about being a big star. But no, I couldn't, you know, I still marvel at okay, I'm about to play a song for you that's 26 years old, and then we kick into Wings, and everybody goes, "Way," you know, and I just think, well, you know, how lucky are we? This has managed to stick around and still has an impact with people.
So what are your plans for Tyketto next year?
Oh boy, we'll have to see really, because you know, I think we've toured pretty hard in Europe and the UK for the last couple of years, so I'd like to put together, if we do any more live things, I mean, I know we're doing the Monsters of Rock cruise again. Other than that, we're going to look at some festivals, but I think it's going to be sort of sparse on the ground until we can land exactly the right thing. We're kind of talking to a few different people about putting together a really good double bill with another band. We'll see how that goes. There's a couple of people that we're chatting with at the moment. And of course, I've got to start thinking about writing the next record, which God knows when I'm going to have time for that.
And so will we be likely to see you back in the UK soon?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm back in March, February, March, with my good buddy Dan Reed, and we're doing our acoustic duet, Snake Oil and Harmony. And we'll be all through the UK and Europe through that period. So yeah, no, you can't get rid of me.
Well, thank you so much for chatting. Enjoy the show tonight.
Thank you. Wow, I hope you like what you see. It'll be fun. You have to let us know what you think after.